Hello and welcome to a new episode of TVGP's We Roguelike It. I'm your host Boston, and joining me as always is Moonpear.
Hello.
We're here for week 3 of Shogun Showdown. The old show
Show
show.
show.
That's right.
The show.
How was your week this week? Pushing and pulling people on the grid.
Um uh hey Boston.
Yeah.
Did you know this is the second day?
A second day.
Yep.
Mm,
You know your roguelike terminology. It's the terminology used in this game to explain that there is an additional tier of nastiness ahead of you.
mm-hmm. One might say that everything is terrible.
Yes.
Yeah.
But yes, the second day is what happens when you beat the boss.
Okay. Do you need to face your opponents again in the next day?
Yes.
Hmm.
The next day is essentially the next year in that game with the plants.
Atomicrops.
Thank you.
So it's
It's
your like
the next day.
it's your tier 1 to tier 2, it's your level 1
Yes.
to level 2, new game plus.
Yep.
Gotcha.
Yes.
That sounds really tough.
Number of cells in dead cells, if you want to go that way
Right.
too.
Right.
Yeah.
Well,
Guess what?
yeah.
Everyone has special abilities now.
Oh, Lord in heaven. Okay.
So you got enemies that do the double attacks, enemies that can't be moved, enemies that will do cursed damage.
Dare I
All the goodness that you can do.
dare I say, Moon, that almost sounds a little too difficult.
It's harder. It's definitely harder.
Yeah.
And I have not progressed nearly as far as I should
Mhm.
in the second day. It's even worse
Oh boy.
because the days don't scale across people. It's character specific.
Oh god. Okay.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
But yeah, just so you know.
Yeah, that's some real cursed knowledge for this
Yep.
show. Yeah. Yeah. I I find myself a little bit frustrated with this game, and it's really not the game's fault. It really is just the nature of this show is that
You don't have the time you need to sit down and play it. You kind of feel like you're always in a rush.
I mean, that's just like in general in life, but I feel like every time I unlock something in the shop, or I unlock something with skulls, or I kind of like I figure out and like I pick up a new ability and figure out how to use it, I feel like the game it expands in a way. I don't want to say it gets easier because these are roguelikes, so like they never really get easier. But I I feel like my because I have additional options at hand, the game gets more manageable, especially at the beginning. And my worry with a game like this is that it appears to be so dependent on unlocks and meta progression that seeing all the game has might be kind of impossible for us in a 4 week period. Um, and
Yes.
that's kind of frustrating because I want to see more of this game. I think it's really great. I think it's harder than I was expecting in kind of a positive way. Um,
Hmm.
but man, there seems to be so much in this game, and the game is thankfully kind of happy to kick my teeth in when I don't pay attention. Um, it's like you have one turn where you're not paying attention. You're like, oh my god, I hit the attack button instead of the turn around button. I lost 4 of my 10 HP. that was really dumb. Like, and that's
Yep.
my fault because the controls are on the screen literally the entire time. They're always on the screen. You can't forget about them.
Hmm.
Um, and I do kind of like a game like this every once in a while that kind of punishes you for not paying attention. Um, but man, I'm having like the biggest whiplash from Luck Be Landlord to this of just like, pay attention, buddy. This is hell.
Yep. I got a fair few stories of, oh, hey, look, I did incredibly well, and then I did not think this through, and I got punished severely for it.
Yeah, and like I don't want to make it sound like the game's impossible because like, every time you get to a shop, the shopkeeper throws a potion at you, and it's what does it heal 3 pips? I think it is. Um,
Yes.
so you get a little bit of health. You're picking up health potions every once in a while while you're fighting enemies. Like the items that you use are really strong. Especially, um, I really like using the poison stuff on bosses because it feels really good to be like, all right,
Yes.
I have 3 attacks ready to go here. I'm going to use a poison potion,
Uh-huh.
and then do a little bit of damage, do a bunch of damage, and then next time they take a turn, like they're probably going to be taking 2 or 3 turns back to back. I'm just going to keep ticking down their health the entire time.
Yep. Yep, yep, yep. It is the poison potion is extremely OP. So is the curse potion, if I'm
Curse
completely
is
honest.
really good.
The double damage thing, if you can line her up nicely, is just chef's kiss moments, especially on bosses when you have like, I don't know, a level 8 mace, and then you're just like, oh, let me curse you real quick and then do 16 damage.
Yeah, I
Like,
had one run where I had a bow and arrow that I had upgraded to the point where it I think it was a 2 turn cooldown and it did 5 damage. And I was like, well, yeah, I'm definitely using a curse before I hit you across the map
uh-huh.
with that bad boy. Um,
Yep. Super useful.
yeah, and like I think that's what's really interesting about Shogun Showdown is it feels like you can use your tools in a way more ways than it seems initially. Um,
Yes.
and I think for me that's a really big positive. It just seems to be there just seems to be so much stuff in this game, and kind of combined with the challenge here, sort of like, man, I could probably play this for a couple of months and get really good at it, but I'd probably still be unlocking stuff at that point, um, which is great.
Yeah. Yeah. Like, I feel like there's a lot in this game.
Mm-hmm.
Like, a lot, a lot.
Yep. Yeah. It.
Like, it feels like I'm slowly but surely making progress. It's just not quick enough for the way we cover it in this show, and I especially don't have the time enough at the moment
Yeah.
for the
Definitely.
way we do this show.
It's definitely one of those games. I see people complaining about roguelikes and roguelites a lot of like, well, I finished one run and I unlocked 16 items. This is not that game. Like, this is definitely not. You're
Uh-huh.
not getting like 4 achievements or trophies every time you finish a run. It's just like, nope. You gotta you gotta work for it, man. Like, you gotta unlock this stuff. Um, so that's pretty. It's been pretty fun. There's just a lot there. Um, all right. Any
Yeah.
final thoughts here for
Yep.
week 3, Shogun Showdown?
Um, Game is fun. It's hard, but it's fun.
Yeah. If you're looking for a
Um,
challenge, this is definitely one of those to pick up.
yes, and again, stop stop not thinking your moments through.
Yeah, don't stop rushing.
Don't rush.
Yeah,
Do stop rushing. Don't rush.
right.
Um,
That's right. Yeah,
yeah, it's yep.
yeah. It's a great game. All right, that's week 3. Thank you very much, everyone, for listening. We'll see you on next run. Bye.
Bye.